Hey, Tony Gasson's here. Now, y'all got to forgive me looking rough now, because don't get my hair cut till tomorrow. Had to stretch it out. Got to go out of town this weekend, work with some athletes, and wanting to make sure that I be as fresh as possible before that there. And then next week, gonna be keynote speaking at the Lakeland, Florida Police Athletic League, the gala. So if you in Lakeland, make sure you get on over there to their website and get you a ticket for the gala. Come on out, support the youth, helping their youth program as well while I'm helping mine. Got one of the boys in my program, gonna have him come over to the suite tomorrow to the game. Let me get this little hip piece of the lint. And I'm gonna write Coach Dabo Sweeney, ask him let me be the team life coach for Clemson, because they having a few bumps and bruises. Try to get on over there, help them players out. And but want to pop on here because I'm back to back right now in this season, y'all. So you got to forgive me. I have to sleep in because I work till late. I work till about 10. So then be up with my wife till about midnight, sometime 1 o'clock in the morning. So I got to get me a whole 8 hours. So I got to sleep in about 9. Then I get my morning routine going, and whether that's working out or got us a vibration plate now, then get in the sauna, then shower, all that, do my skincare, relax, try to respond to text messages that I missed the day before, and then get on into my one-on-one sessions. And has been a blessed time meeting y'all who got a session. Please be mindful. I sometimes have to switch stuff around. I'm gonna have to move around my Friday and Saturday because I got called out of town. So y'all be patient with me, bear with me. May have to move you to a Sunday. We working on the Lord's Day, but doing the work of the Lord, so He don't mind. And really appreciate y'all being patient with me. So some of these times when I pop in, it might be less about a topic and more about a in the life update. I've never really experienced anything like what I'm doing right now. I've had back-to-back sessions, but not for 2 months straight now. So I'm gonna listen. I might be one of the wisest men on the face of the earth after these sessions, because I'm talking to a lot of people, learning a lot. People, life, love, business. We have the live event in January. This is my year, but I'm calling it 2026 Kickoff Conference. So the tickets is on TonyGassonAcademy.com. Get over there. We only got 100 seats. So grab your ticket there. I know we're in a recession, so it might take you a little while, and I'm going to feel bad if you wait too late and they be gone. I'm going to really, be hurt for you. Gonna be a great event. Got people flying in from all over the country. You never know. We might have somebody fly in from out the country. But the $97 ticket is for the live event. The $47 ticket is for the virtual. And then once you log in, you'll see the link for additional tickets if you need to buy additional tickets for a friend or whoever. And then you'll see the link for the dinner, which I think we may just have probably 5 more tickets for the dinner, because it's VIP dinner, so a little more expensive. And you'll see the link to reserve your room, or you could stay in an Airbnb or wherever you want to stay, but they did give us a great discount on the room. It's a new hotel. My friend owns it, so that's why I'm doing it there, and just keep me close to home. I really don't feel like right now just going to Houston and Chicago, New York, and all of that, although we do have to do that for the show. So we got the show coming up where y'all saw the conversation we had last night. If you didn't see it on Love Levels, go watch it, chime in, just see how the young ladies was expressing themselves. And if you want to be a part of a sit down like that with me, male and female, men and women, whichever term you like, we got DC, Philly, and New York coming up. So check on in there. Send in your headshot, a little bit about yourself, and join me. And let's talk, put your perspective out there, share your insight, what you learning, what you experience, what you seeing, what you feel we need to do, what you need to do, what others need to do. We helping build each other. in this process, because my goal is to see more couples, to see more marriages, to see more families. It's the devil goal that we don't have that. So that's why we producing this project. Executive producer, Lauren Compton, amazing young lady. She invested in it and producing it. So we're gonna make it successful for her, because this is, her doing. And then we still putting together the film crew. We had the full film crew, but we had to change the dates 5, 6 times now, so people's schedules conflicting for the scripted project. So that's coming up. We did the fundraise Kickstarter. It worked. So if you thinking about using Kickstarter, you got an audience or enough friends and family to where you want to raise a little something for what you're trying to do, Kickstarter does work. It take them, I think, 2 weeks to send the funds, and then of course they take their fees and stuff. One day I might start me a site like Kickstarter. It's built pretty well and it does work. And so they sent the funds, so our project is fully funded. Of course, you always can do it on a bigger budget or what have you, but the way we trying to do it is just get it out there, get us a start, make the money back from it through the YouTube ads or sponsorships, and then just rinse and repeat, just continue to add stories to it, and just so you could kind of see yourself a little bit, but with a little, with some good cinematography. So we're gonna be doing that right there, and building from there. And I thank y'all for tapping on in, watching these videos. The landscape of YouTube is changing, a lot going on. We kind of in a recession too, so YouTube definitely, they feeling it as well. Less advertisers spending less ad dollars, so therefore the creators. And then it's just a lot going on with the AI stuff and what it's taking. So YouTube, they taking a lot of shortcuts as far as their data and their servers, so they're not really pushing videos, because that take server power to take and basically send a notification to billions of people. And so that takes energy, that take power. Just how they got these water plants and all that for how much the AI is taking. So this stuff taking a lot. And so that's why our world gonna be, they're gonna have to find ways to cut back, and they're gonna lean more on the creator. So what they doing is they taking and they pinching the views. And they have people that they paying every day to do coding and stuff like that. So being that they paying people to do the coding and all of that right there, they have to take and, they have to take and get the creator. They keep trying to develop. And in that development, what happens is you get to a place, y'all gotta forgive me, got my old little poppy. The little thing where it got the, what it is, flavor so festive, prebiotics, caffeine free. And y'all know I don't like to drink on the camera and all of that. How some people be on here smiking and eating. And so what it is they pinching your views. And when they pinch those views, it make you create more. So now it's drawing the creator to work harder, to create more, to keep their revenue at the same. Because for some people, YouTube is 100% of their income. For me, YouTube may be, what that'll be, it might start to creep up to like 20 or 30%, of my income. It's been about 5 to 10%, but it'll, continue to creep up just because as the world changes, when things like that go more digital, do more digital than in the physical. And so we working, and so I'll be here and just, I'll pop in and shoot when I can. So I may not be able to shoot as long. Somebody told me, Tony, I don't like to see when you do a video less than an hour. Well, that hour, it take a while. And then now that I'm back to back, I kind of got to carve out some time for myself and be able to just kind of woo-saw, take me a little time, take me a deep breath, and, just get my little time to relax and reset. So had a client who had canceled and applied for a refund. Now, when y'all on those sessions, when you apply for a refund, it disable you from being able to work with me in the future. So if you need to cancel, what you need to do is you need to reach out to reschedule for when you would want to do it versus doing a refund, because that refund hurts my relationship with the payment processor because it looks like I'm selling a fraudulent product. So now you become a threat to the business, and then also you become a fraud risk, because especially when you're paying through PayPal, because so many people do PayPal fraud. And what they do is they get a stolen credit card, they get somebody else's credit card, they go into their PayPal and use that credit card to make a payment to a business, and then they go and apply for a refund, and the money goes back to their PayPal balance instead of to the credit card that they use that's hooked to their PayPal. And then they will transfer that money out. And so what they'll do is they'll go do that 10, 15, 20 times, get all these refunds come back as cash, and then they transfer it out. And so the scammers love PayPal. So even if you doing something legitimate, you still run the risk of looking like a scam. I don't like to drink no hot drink. So I got the thing sitting over here, good and cool. Got to hit it. And so understand that right there. I still got the link, and I'm gonna tell you why I left the link up, because I like to keep my word when I say I'm closing the link. I left the link up because before I got back from Costa Rica, y'all hadn't already filled up December. So my goal was to come back, cut off the $125 an hour link, because I'm still in the I'm still in the 250 sessions right now. So the 125, all of them ain't even started yet. And so y'all had them booked into January. So now I'm just like, well, I might as well just leave it up for January. And then also too, I said, I got to sacrifice myself, because as a provider man, you got to do whatever it takes to provide. So yes, I'm giving a lot of myself, but that $125 is still money. And so I've made $750 an hour as a coach before. So to be at 125, yeah, that's a steep, discount. But when you think about it in the grand scheme of things, you have to ask yourself. So I'm working 7 to 10 hours a day, and you have to ask yourself, who in America is making $125 an hour, living their purpose, helping other people, and doesn't have a college degree? So when you put it in the context like that, it's like I can't complain, because the everyday American has to work a job 8 hours a day, the same way I'm working 8 hours a day, but maybe making $15 to $40 an hour, $70 at the most a lot of times. So it's like, can't complain. So that's why I tell y'all too, like, it take a long time. It take years and years and years to build, and I have to charge that just for my time, my sanity. And so even at 125, I'm booked solid all day long. So imagine if I was charging $25, $50 an hour, me being booked into January, I would literally be booked through July. Because, so twice, 3 times, 4 times as far out. And that just at that point, the quality of life just goes way, way, way down. So when you take that step and you become an entrepreneur and you build a brand and you build a business, you actually earn more than working for somebody else. Because see, when you work for somebody else, you working under their umbrella, under their safety, under their dream, under their vision. So they deserve the bulk of the money. So you get what's left over, 15, 20, 25, $30 an hour, $40 an hour. When you go out and so if they giving you that, they giving you, anywhere from they giving you probably 1% or less of what they making per hour for the work that y'all doing. So, and at the most, it might be everybody included. The whole workforce at your job might be, at the most 80% of what they making per hour, and then but their pay is included in that 80, and then they profit may be seen as 20%. But really, it's not even that. So that's why. So what you got to realize is, at a company, based on what your company make per hour, you got to look at what percentage am I based on what the company makes. So let's say you work for Ford Motors and their revenue is 150 billion a year. So 150 billion divided by 52 weeks in a year, then divided by 40 hours in a week, that's going to tell you what Ford Motors make per hour. And then you see what you make per hour, see what percentage of that is what you make. So then when you step out and you start your own company and you are Ford Motors, now your income's supposed to go up. So you will be earning more as an entrepreneur when you get to the place to where you steady and you stable. And that's the season that we in, that we got to start realizing, understanding. So I'm going from coaching to coaching. So I'm coaching people one-on-one and coaching couples and things of that nature, then coming on here and coaching you. So I'm doing in-person, live coaching, and then doing group coaching digitally through here. So my whole entire life is coaching. And it feels so weird when people say, what do you do for a living? I say, I'm a life coach. It feels so weird and it feels unfair because, like right now, my dad's car, I gave him my Bentley, and it's at the shop getting some new tires and oil change and all of that. And then, and I'm not saying this to brag, but I'm saying, I'm making a point of how this looks and how it is. And then my dad has our Range Rover, which is a one of one, and his Bentley is a one of one too. Never seen that color that he got. And so one is at the Range Rover dealership getting service. One is at the Bentley dealership getting service. So imagine me, a young black man with a Bentley and a Range Rover, or even being in a, 5-bedroom house in a gated neighborhood, and I'm on this street with all Caucasian people, couple of Asian people, couple of black people, but we got the most expensive house on the street, on the whole block, and we on the corner lot. Imagine how that feel when somebody said, "What do you do?" And I said, "I'm a life coach." Yeah. 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 Life coach. Do I look like I was born yesterday? No, you look like you born 65 years ago. But do I look like I was born yesterday and stayed up all night? Yeah, I was born yesterday, but I stayed up all night. Life coach? Yeah, and what else? And then they'd be like, "What does your wife do?" And I'm like, "She is a stay-at-home mom." "Oh, all right. Well, that's nice." And they be blown away. But I'm going to tell you what it is. It's a mindset. It's a mindset. It's a guy named Funny Marco. He used to listen to my videos. I think he stole my thing to say it's a mindset thing. I used to always say that. Now that's his whole slogan. It's a mindset thing. It's a mindset. Because to be a black male, when 1 in 4 black males go through the prison system, to be a black male, to have no scams, no illegal activity, no scandals, no gimmicks, and to be working for God 100%. And life far from perfect. I made a lot of bad mistakes in my managing money and spending. Be late on bills just like anybody else. I be late on bills and behind and robbing Peter to pay Paul. Done been through it all. But just having the mindset to say, I want more, and I believe God has more for me. And it's sad that the rappers and the athletes, they can show you a mansion, they can show you a Bentley, they can show you all that, and we don't flinch. But if a Christian show you just a little inkling of Abraham blessing, Isaac, Jacob blessing, a Solomon blessing, a King David blessing, like we don't have we ain't got a percent of what God's chosen ones had in the Bible. And just us having what we do have, it offends people. And they like, what? What in the world? What? And but I believe that God has more for us. And that he didn't call us to be stressed out all the time. But you have to shift your mindset for him to deliver, to meet God where he's at. See, we where we want to be. See, we got to get where God at. We got to get where he at. Meaning, we got to get to the place to where he can move. Where he could take and say, hey, according to your faith, be it unto you. Here you go. Listen, I serve a big God. So I'm finna believe crazy. Let me ask y'all this question. Do y'all think I should do a day nap? Because I say all the time, I'm going to be a billionaire. And guess what? I just seen a little white lady. Her and her 2 friends in college. She was like a marketer. Had 2 friends, probably just mean pretty. Had 2 friends who were coders. They started a project. Dating out from SMU now, the rich school out there in Dallas, Texas. In there they soccer coaches, man. I need to get my son on that team out there. Get a network. Well, let's roll a shoulder. Let's get on that soccer team. What? And so I might go out there and meet the coach myself. Say the coach, hey, coach, what? Told the guys, I need one of these spots. And I hear network. And so they out there, they start Tinder. Tinder become worth, I think they say $3 billion. She dating one of the guys though, one of the founders. They start dating, they fall out, their relationship ain't going good, they break up. She get ousted. Then she meet another guy. I guess he got money or something. They do another app. App becomes Bumble, where the woman got to swipe, or the woman got to choose first, however that works. Woman got to speak first. So they turn tradition on its head, disrupt the natural order of things, and got the woman speaking first and just saying it's for safety, for women's safety. No, it ain't. It's for thoughtism. And so they do Bumble. Bumble worth $8 billion. Sister a billionaire. Sister a billionaire. So I say the other day, I say, yo, hold on, man. I'm letting these people who ain't did nothing for love and relationships come out here and become billionaires. Like, yeah, no dating out gonna be perfect. I don't like dating out on stamp dating out. But I got a few ideas that'll put some safety rails in there and make it a little more legitimate. And so I say, I asked my wife the other day, I said, should I do a dating out? She said, dating out scare me. She's like, what about all the crazy people? I say, baby, being out, don't worry about that. It's gonna be crazy people, whatever you do. So it's like, yeah, if they billionaires, I want to be a billionaire because of what I'm gonna do with the money for the kingdom. It's like they just billionaire to be billionaire. It's like I'm gonna be a billionaire, man. Listen, we're gonna have so many community centers, so many. It's gonna be so. But see, they won't want me to be no billionaire because I make too much change in the world. So they'll be trying to block. But and the Lord might not let me become a billionaire if it could lead to evil. See, the love of money is the root of all evil. See, me, I want to do it for generational wealth for Christians who gonna do right by things. But you just never know what your kids and stuff gonna do. Well, boy, I have me a trust so tight. Well, listen. Oh, you eat Christian? What? This ain't for you. That blessing ain't for you. This blessing for the kingdom. Sorry, you agnostic. Okay, you're gonna dollars. No, go get it on your own. God built this. And we ain't give it to nobody. God built this here. Immoral, living wrong. Go through a divorce. Yeah, gotta take that money back. Yeah. Gotta get in therapy and make that marriage work. You better turn to God and make that marriage work. God is a God. God is the God of marriage and completion and success. We ain't letting the marriage fail. You gotta make the thing work. And so I'm praying for the time freedom. So if I create something like that, it take off on its own. Now I got the time freedom to create all the other things, all the video libraries I want to create with teachings on love and marriage and business and entrepreneurship. Thing where so then I don't have to trade time for money. Be able to have something that's way bigger than me that make money on its own. And it'll take a little investment. So, might bring in a couple of y'all to invest because my investor, we done went through so many business ideas, he burnt out. He going to real estate. Now he just going to real estate. He like, man, Tony, you be dreaming too much, man. And then ain't making me enough money. So now he going to, he building hotels and apartment complexes and all that type of stuff. But I still know the money is in digital, but you also can have purpose. So I'm not about just profit. I'm about purpose. And so I got some ideas. I'm going to talk to my guy. Oh, he told me, he said, hey, I'm here when you're ready to talk. So let me get on off here at 30 minutes and call him because I'm back to back, so I don't get to talk to him. But I'm going to call him and see when we could talk because we might do that day now. We might at least try it out. Even if it just start out just for my tribe and I get all the single men who follow me and only men can sign up first because I know the women going to get on there. And then we go from there. And I'm going to tell you though, my app is going to be for the 3 B's. In the beginning, we building quality. You got to have your 3 B's. You ain't got 3 B's? Okay, take this course, take that course, take that course, take that course. Get your 3 B's. Okay, now you got access. We ain't letting you come on here, bring the app down because you got one lowercase b. No, you got to get to work. Now, get to work, and then you elevate to it. So that's how you do something with purpose instead of just money. Then when you build it on purpose, then it starts to take a groundswell. You could go from there. So I'm finna talk to my guy, and I think he got what it takes. And I'm gonna see what it's gonna take us. How much it's gonna cost me to do it. But I'm thinking about it. And for me, I don't care about building a business and letting it go. Like billionaire, the elderberry gummies, you got 10 grand, I'll sell it to you. Then you can take it on over and go on, add the other gummies and pills you want to add and go on about your business. My mentor life, you got 100 grand, I'll sell it to you. That you go on do your conferences with it and build it up and do what you want to do. I don't mind building something and letting it go and go on to the next thing. Like I'm not the type of person that built to do one thing for my whole entire life and only do that. No, I'm trying to get all my ideas out before I go to the grave, because you only live once. You got to make the most of it. You got to occupy until the Lord call you home. Like going that dead end job and just working that dead end job, you can do that for your whole life, and you gotta get an idea out. Get an idea out. Do something else. You think God made you just to go work on an atheist job? The company you work for, atheist. You sitting there slaving away. All your ideas going to the grave. When your ideas bigger than the company you working for. Like, you gotta find a way. Gotta find a way. I'm finna find a way. You hear me? I'm finna find a way. Do you hear me? Hey, this Tony Gas, and God bless you. Make sure you get your ticket for the live event. Gonna be more of this kind of talk here. Just gonna hit different because you're gonna be in person. Bring your business card, whatever you sell, whatever you offer, put it on a business card. We'll have a business card table where you pick up everybody's business card. You're gonna leave with 99 other business cards. How many ever we got in there, but we're gonna have 100 people. We might get to 150, but I'm gonna see, because I don't want it to be too tight. I don't want you to be sitting beside somebody and they hip rubbing on your hip, and now y'all got body heat, and they forgot to put their secret on, and so now the secret's out and they must get in the mug. So I might have a little stick of deodorant in y'all swag bag just in case you forgot it. Might put a little tampon in there just in case that hit while you there, and you sitting there, and now we got the woman with the issue of blood, and I ain't got the hem of Jesus garment. So I might put a tampon in the swag bag, a little stick of deodorant, put some gum in there, put a pen in there, notebook in there. I'm trying to get a cupcake in there for you, a cookie in there. Got a client who she got hair perfume. Might get some of that in there just in case that weave or that wig is a little too old. You got the hair perfume in there. And she most likely gonna present on just presenting yourself and looking better, because the better you look, the better you present yourself, the more friends you're gonna make, the higher quality people you're gonna attract in your life, and the more money you're gonna make. So we're gonna present on that. May have some, one of my guys speaking on mindset, keeping the promises you made to yourself. Might get my dad to speak on something, maybe on your faith, and building your faith with the Lord. So we're gonna have other speakers, not just gonna be me talking all day. Y'all listen to me every day already. So we'll have other speakers there. And don't know if we'll have room for vendors or anything like that. I know people are asking about that, but to be honest with you, I already have a t-shirt that say y'all gotta forgive me. I already got hoodies that say block and delete. I got some hoodies that say consistency. I also got some consistency shirts, good thick quality, with a little red patch that say consistency. I'm trying to think what other kind of hoodie I got. So I'm gonna have all my merchandise there at the live event. So, and I sure don't want to go home with none of it. So come in there, buy you 2-3 of them. Go shake your tail feather on that pole, add your few dollars. Come on in there with a little money for that merch. I'm trying to get my wife to work the end of the merch table, just so y'all could get to meet her, shake her hand, and just so she could keep an eye on the coins. Well, look here, I don't want to go do a seminar. I didn't have to go to prison because I had the wrong people at the merch table. And but I think my partner them gonna have some of their staff over there. But I had somebody one time steal some cash out the merch table. Yeah, sister. Sad. And then she was like, yeah, I work with you again. I was trying to give her a second chance. She was like, well, you have to retract what you said. I said, no, I ain't say nothing publicly. But I'm telling you, what the number you put on this envelope, that's not the number that was in the envelope. So you hadn't counted it out, wrote it on the envelope, and then $100 was missing. And I say every event I ever did where I get cash, I always have $100 bill. Somebody always pay with $100 bill, and there was no $100 bill in there. And that's very rare, because it's never failed that somebody bring $100 bill. And say, so no $100 bill was in there. Then it was 250s or some, 2, 3, 4 50s right after that. But The amount we exactly missing is 100, or it was 150 that was missing. So, and it was in New York. It's expensive in New York. Sister was trying to do a thing and she was showing love. She had books. She was working for little or nothing. So maybe that made her want to, do a 5-finger discount. I don't know if that's what happened, but that's just how it kind of added up. And then she offered to bring me the money to the hotel. So I'm like, if you didn't steal it, then why would you offer to give me something that I'm not technically missing? Instead of just saying, well, Tony, that number that I wrote on the envelope was a mistake. But the money that's in the envelope is exactly what was in there. Is what you made. Like, why is the number on the outside of the envelope exactly $100 or $150 more than what was in this envelope, and in a $100 bill in this envelope? Now, yes, it could be something to where but even like I went on retreat. The retreaters blessed me with cash. They took up cash amongst themselves and blessed me with cash. And guess what was in there? $100 bill. It just never failed. When somebody give you a wad of cash, it always is 100 in there. And so that's why I had to be very careful with that merchandise table. And I don't think none of my people, none of my supporters and stuff like that who really know me will steal. But I think when that happened, it was, I think, our second event. And one thing that a lot of people don't understand about criminality is once they scope something out and they see that you lax and that you're not paying attention and that you give trust and you trust them, then they know where they could steal. And that's happened in some of my companies to where people be like, oh man, Tony's so hands off, but they don't realize I'm never hands off. I pay attention. I just don't breathe down your neck. And then when I come check in, everything got to check out. And when I check in and it don't check out, oh, it's a route. It's a route. And I ain't gonna send you to your grave because I got so much to live for. But proverbially, I'm sending you to your grave because I ain't never dealing with you again on that same capacity. But hey, this Tony Gaston. God bless you. All the important links in the description. Make sure you check those links in the description. Get what you need to get. God bless you. Don't pitch a fit. Don't get mad. Scratch your booty. Get glad. We'll talk soon.